Alright everybody, it's Super Zook, and today I'm going to talk about the money machine. Now what is the money machine? Well, it's not the things that you do to get money directly, such as shake trees to get fruit, fish and sell the fish, go to an island, one of the mystery islands, and take everything and come back and sell it. That's not what it is. What the money machine is are things you do to set yourself up to make money. And I'm standing right next to one right now. This right here is that glowing light in the ground that you look for every day. And when you find it, you dig it up with the shovel. And when you do, it makes a large round glowing hole. And inside that hole, you plant up to 10,000 bells. And when you do that, in a few days, what you're going to get is called a money tree. And the money tree will increase your income because if you put, let's say, 10,000 in, you're going to get 3 bags of 10,000 a couple days later. And you can see I did that here, so there's a bag for 10,000 because I buried a 10,000 right there, another 10,000 and another, so I got 30,000 for the price of 10,000. So that's the money machine. That's something you do in advance and later on it pays off. Another thing is planting fruit. If you plant lots of fruit that's not native to your land, then you can later on shake that tree and it will keep producing every few days. And that's part of your money machine. It's free money coming in, better than the money that you would be getting from your native fruit. So that's another thing you can do for your money machine, and it keeps working for you. You don't really have to do anything other than harvest it every few days. And then I know a lot of people probably already know about the money rock. You can hit it with a shovel. That's not really one of the money making things. That's not, I mean, you will get money out of one of the rocks if you bang it all 8 times in succession. But again, that's just something you're harvesting that. You're not really setting that up. It's already done for you, so it's not part of the money machine. Just want to make clarification on that. And then turnips. Now I already sold mine for the week, but if you buy turnips on Sunday, you're putting an outlay of a certain amount of money, and then you're hoping that later on, sometime during the week, it's going to pay off for you. So again, that's another one of these money machine things. It's actually the one that will make you the most money, because if you think about it, no matter what you do in the game, if you can amass through other means, like 10 million bells, and then you buy 10 million bells worth of turnips, and you buy low and it sells double, you just doubled your money to 20 million bells. If you get lucky and don't get a bad stock market that day or that week. So that is definitely something that you do in advance, and then it pays off for you later. And these are the kinds of things that you want to have going for yourself. You want to, as soon as you can, you want to start building those things that are part of your money machine, so that later on you can earn lots of money. And another way, I don't know, this probably isn't part of the money machine, but one way to earn money that a lot of people don't think about is, do not get something like a raw material, like wood, let's say, by hitting the tree 3 times with the stone axe. Don't get that and then sell it. You want that money to work for you. And what I've been finding is, if you make something out of it, and let's say it's hardwood and you want to make a log table out of hardwood. It requires 15 hardwood. If you sell 15 hardwood, that's 60, because that's how much wood costs. It's 60 per piece of wood. So that's going to be 900 bells if you sell just the wood that you get by smacking the tree. The 15 wood that it would take to make that log cabin or that log table. So instead, take that 15 hardwood, make a table which sells for 1,800. You've doubled your money just by crafting. You take something, you craft it, you're generally, I'm finding, going to double your money. Now, that doesn't work with things like medicine, for example, or fish bait, because those are items you need for a purpose. One to cure you and another to get certain fish. So they don't let you get a good payoff for that. But anything like furniture, stuff like that, you definitely are going to make a lot more money by processing it into something else. Same thing with the eggs. I know this is Bunny Day tomorrow, and the eggs are going to go away. But every special event, they probably give you something. In this one, it's eggs that are special drops. Don't take those eggs and just sell them. Because, I mean, an egg is worth $200, which is a decent price. But if you turn that egg into something like an egg lamp or an egg outfit, you're probably going to double your money just by crafting that. And believe me, I just want to give you a heads up here. I have usually around 200 of each piece of wood when I harvest everything. And that's 600 wood. 200 soft, 200 regular wood, and 200 hardwood. And for me to make things out of that is a chore. It really is. It's a big chore. You just got to sit there hitting the button. Yes, 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 make it. Yes, 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 make it. Yes, 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 make it. But you know what? If you can get through that and, try to have your attention wander while you keep pressing A over and over again, you'll really benefit financially by doing that. But I know it's hard. It's really monotonous. But that's part of your money machine, because you're taking something and you're making it better, and it's now selling for more. And the only thing it requires of you is your time. Just a few seconds, and your patience, and the ability to just hit the A button to turn it into something better that sells for more. So these are all things that I want you to keep in mind. And I would also, I'm not going to call this a moneymaker thing, but when you do get your mail, you're going to get lots of mail from people for doing things. And what I've done is I generally try to send my town residents a gift in hopes that they'll send one back to me. Now, they didn't this time. But the reason I do that is, in past games, if you would send them fruit of the island, the local island, you might get a fruit from another island. And then you can plant that. And that's helping your money machine. In this game, I'm trying to do that so that I can get bamboo, because it's hard to get. All the other fruits I've gotten, I have a friend who has those, but if you give people things, they generally will stop you, give you something during the day, or they'll give you something in your mail, as you can see. So that's another thing to consider. You always want to try to get the different fruits and bamboo if you can. So that was just a quick video on some ways to make money. I will give you some numbers to think about. When I was crafting just the other day, before I had as many trees as I have now, I was able to take all the eggs that I had gotten, mostly wood eggs, because they come, if you harvest the wood from every tree, you get wood eggs during this Easter. But I was getting 68,400 bells worth of items when I turned those eggs into items and sold them. So that's 68,000 egg. That's money from eggs. And then I got, from crafting all my wood, 114,600 bells from crafting all of my wood. So that's a little over 180,000 bells just from crafting. And then I also wanted to tell you, now again, this isn't part of your money machine. This is just you going to one of the mystery islands and getting stuff at the island. I generally like to go at night because there's a good chance you're going to get the giant Atlas moth to show up on the island, water bugs, man-faced stink bugs, and if you get rid of everything on the island, you can then go after tarantulas. Tarantulas are worth 8,000 bells each. The moth, the Atlas moth, is worth 3,000 each. The water bug is worth 2,000 each, and the man-faced stink bug is 1,000 each. So I'd pretty much throw everything away except my ladder, pole vault, and my net, and just start going around getting those. And when I did that last night on the Spiral Island, but pretty much any island can be turned into an island that'll spawn tarantulas if you get rid of everything. And I got 124,500 bells from everything I sold. And that was just in one run at the Mystery Island. Now, in order to make the tarantula spawn, if it's not the actual tarantula island, you do have to smash all the rocks, pick all the flowers. Now, I don't mean put all the flowers in your inventory. I mean just pick the actual flower itself off of the rest of the plant. And then you also need to, I like to chop most of the trees down, and then you have to remove the stump. I leave a couple trees, like 2 trees maybe, so that the Atlas moth will show up just at those 2 trees. And then you also need to chase away any other bugs if you see them. Like sometimes, like I catch the water bug, the giant water bug, because it's worth 2,000, and anyway, it gets them off the island, and that increases the chances that a tarantula will spawn. And I also get rid of any beetles that I see. I run after them, and they leave. And on the rocks, you generally can see those bugs that hang out on the rocks by the water. I run and get rid of those too. And then every so often, you will get a tarantula spawn, and that's an $8,000 payout, or 8,000 bell payout for each one. So again, not part of the money machine, but it is something worth doing, and you can use that money to put it into the stock market, which is something that, again, you're taking a little bit of a risk, but it will pay off in the future. It makes money for you. So hopefully you'll have good weeks. I've found only every I think 4 or 5 weeks maybe, that's when I get a down week. But all the other weeks are generally up weeks, so you're going to find a lot more up weeks than down weeks, as long as you don't time travel. That can rot your turnips, so be very careful. Alright, so that's about all I wanted to say about Money Machine, how to get the Money Machine going, and I hope you all have a chance to set that up on your islands, and I wish you luck. So it's Super Zook signing out.